Hey Kombi painters, anyone who knows me, has known me for a while, knows I used to have a Kombi. Well, my husband had a Kombi, so we get a bit sad thinking about our Kombi. But we might have a Kombi again. They are fun, but they're very expensive to run. Run around, kids, run around after a Kombi. So then I've got my blue. This Kombi over here is pink. This is one that I did a girl version, but I've only had a couple of orders. So if any girls want to order the Kombi, I'm more than happy to offer it in pink. But for the sake of this painting exercise, I'm going to do it in blue. So I'm coming around. I'm going to do my blue everywhere that it has to be. So I'm coming in. I'm using a medium brush, doing nice broad strokes. I've added a tiny bit of water to my brush, not very much at all. You don't want to add too much. It's that fine line that probably just comes from experience, really, of not adding too much. Okay, so coming in around there. Thanks for having me to your house. I love the fact that I can do these videos now, even though it's such a rotten time, isn't it? So thank you. Thanks for your love. And so then I'm coming in here with the blue down around the side. So if you scroll through my different videos, I'll say again, I am doing these really super fast, as my son would say, because I don't want to chew up all your data at home with me carrying on. So, but at home, I want you, so we're doing grey now, I want you to take your time. So I'm doing grey. Now while I have the grey on my brush, this might seem a little odd, but I'm all about being a bit odd. So I'm going to come in here, well, you know, just trying some different art techniques. So doing some grey. So the reason for this is it will allow us to come back on top with some white, but it doesn't have to be a stark white. We can have a little bit of depth to it as well. So I've done that. So I'm going to let that dry. And then I realised I haven't finished with my blue, have I? It's getting late here in the studio, I can tell. So I'm coming here around the lights, the Kombi lights. They give such great sound, Kombis. Vroom. You really know a Kombi's coming down the street. I grew up with Volkswagens. My mum had a Volkswagen car when I was a kid. She used to drive us into Indooroopilly shopping town to see my dad when he worked at Myer. I remember going out to see my dad at work. So proud as punch seeing my dad at work when I was a little kid. It's great, isn't it? So blue. So yours will look much better because you're taking your time. So while I share my secrets, I'm a little bit of a lazy artist, so I'm not even washing this brush. I know, but you can. But I'm putting it straight into the turquoise, and a lot of that is, I don't mind a bit more blue in the turquoise. I actually think it can be quite interesting. So coming in on top of the bus there, the van. Okay, so I've got my blue, I've got my turquoise, I've done my low lights, underlying lights there. And now, giving that brush a good clean out, wiping it on a sponge palette. I keep on a little plate and I keep that wet. A bit like, you know, at the post office, like keeping a bit of a wet sponge for your stamps. It's just to take that extra paint off my brush. And I've picked up a bit of grey on my brush there, but I'm just going to keep on moving it in. Who knows, it might actually end up looking quite interesting. So when we've done all the base colours, what is a nice idea for you at home, because you've got time and it's a sunny day, you could put this outside in the sun, put your canvas outside to dry. Or if it's not a sunny day, and if you're a child painting this, but if you're an adult, you can do it yourself, is you can dry it. Dry it with a hairdryer, but kids, please ask an adult first. So I'm going to come in and see there, I've just shown you, if you don't clean your brush properly, or if your water's quite grey, you will pick up grey in your white. So I don't mind at this stage, because I can, and this is what I mean, if your paint's quite wet, you can make it a little bit hard. So I've painted over that there, but I now know where that shape is, so I'm going to put that straight back in. I picked up a bit of blue in the white, but I actually like it. I think it's adding a little point of difference. So now I'm going to come in on I've just realised too, I need to probably put some blue through there. Lovely. It's looking lovely. So I am going to clean my brush. I'm grabbing a little bit of blue because I want to put through that middle area of the Kombi. So if you're at home, I'm not at home, I'm at the studio, but you're at home, so you can put this outside to dry, or get an adult to dry it, or adults you can dry it. But I'm not, so and I'm not going to stop to dry it, but I am going to add some white highlights in here. So for our next trick, we are doing some black outlines. So I'm going to use my fine brush here for the outlines. I'm going to take this black, and those people who have worked with me before will know that I always like to make the black quite inky. I repeat myself quite a bit about that because I like to use my brush almost like a bit of a pen. So if you have, so I want a runny black without being too, and then always twisting your brush. Oh, nearly lost my brush. So I'm left-handed. Who else is left-handed out there? So coming in, always fun, a bit of side painting. I wonder how those ladies used to ride horses side saddle. Impossible. Yep, So that's looking good. Once again, yours will look better because you've let that dry. Put those windscreen wipers in. Coming in around here now. Circling the Kombi lights. So this is the one time you don't want to rush. Well, it's not the only time, but I should say the one time I'm going to say, don't follow me, don't rush it, you take your time. So these videos are just meant to, you know, give you a bit of an idea of how to go about things. You don't have to do these colours. You can obviously utilise any of the colours in the pack, and you can, what I like to call, freestyle. You could mix the colours up. You might want to have 11 a yellow coloured Kombi and a blue surfboard. So fix that up. It's a bit pointy on the end there. So if you come to my workshops, you'll you know, have a lot more detailed experience and see that I don't have to rush things all the time. But that is a good example. Well, this is a better example of what I want you to end up with. So it should look something like this, but in blue. But girls, if you want pink, you just let me know. I'm happy to provide. Okay, stay safe, be good to your mother, and bye for now.